into Madden 19 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Gone! All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you to flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds. And they're still short of the line to gain. So this is going to be a turnover on downs here.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Time to see how Atlanta will line up defensively. It's quite a unit. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to them.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now that player is able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
Steps away to his left. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And before they can get settled in here, time expires. The first quarter of action. 7-0 is our score, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
On second down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our
Pass
referee.
interference. Defense.
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons are in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This fielded at the 2. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Holding. Receiving team.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Here's Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Calvin Ridley, 26 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. Try to lay one up deep. And this one is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start with the big game of the weekend, a rematch of the Minnesota Miracle with New Orleans back in town. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Teddy Bridgewater with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Ryan Grant, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now it's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Able to get away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
180.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This complete to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take